Hi guys. So Nora Wennevid requested that I do this song, Rap Bruto, from Nak and Residente. It's a collaboration that they did. Now, this is not a reaction. This is just vibing and translating because I already know this song. So I'm all into it. This has a kind of a dark mood. I'm not going to deny it. It's a song that if you are angry and you're doing exercise can boost you up. It can motivate you to get your angst out. It's more like an angst song, but at the same time bravado, a lot of bravado, talking smack. So let's start.
Mi escuela tiene alma y tablas, va con sudaderas viejas, con las Nike sucias y la barba larga. No necesita efectos para adornar lo que habla, rapea lo que vea, os tirotea en dos palabras. Yo empecé rapeando.
Okay, so he started talking about his school, talking about like the people that follow him and where he comes from, his knowledge. And they don't show a lot of clothes and necklaces. They wear hoodies and dirty sneakers, and when they spit like in two spit, 1 2 poo poo, and they can destroy anyone lyrically.
Simple con un sample y temple, el hobby de un adolescente dura para siempre. Un pro desde los 15 y no se rinde, entiende que pone en venta sus canciones pero no se vende. Crónico insolente que usa balas de saliva. Mi escuela nunca fue tendencia pero sigue viva. Tenemos iniciativa, perspectiva. Si algo no nos motiva, subimos el dedo del medio arriba. Hablo de mi equipo, esos tipos que quitan el hipo. Mitos que lanzan cada escrito al infinito. Otros actuando crazy, yo cerrando el pico. Más cerca de Casey que de Jay-Z, no sé si me explico. Tengo a mi
Must say more closer to Casey than Jay-Z, if you know what I mean. So he's talking about, first he's talking about how he had this dream since he was an adolescent, and he started out with a sample box, playing beats and then just rapping on top of those beats, and that dream is still alive. He's still going hard at it, and that he hangs out with people that take away your hiccup. Because how they say that when you have a hiccup, a way to get rid of it is by being afraid, by getting scared. Somebody like either shouts all of a sudden or scares you unexpectedly, and that will take away the hiccup. That's what he means by people that take away your hiccup. But he also talks about how the clowns that are on the other side, that they just act like they're crazy. They're talking like, but they're closer to Casey, that they're closer to being crazy than being Jay-Z.
Siguiendo un plan para ganarse el pan. Tengo a mis fans buscando paz, en mí la encontrarán. Tanto charlatán sin más afán que el famoseo. Trofeo al holgazán como un croissant, cuando lo veo es fácil. Su música infantil inútil, la mía es táctil. No habrá bandera blanca en este mástil. Sé que el rapper de actitud nazi y hostil es frágil. Mezclo mi mente con TNT, sale algo así tan ágil como de...
So he's always talking about this, about how his bars are explosive. Like right now he said, I mix my brain with TNT so that my bars can come out very explosive. And he's making fun of the people like the other rappers that come out with these infantile verses. And he's like, I eat them up, I destroy them like if they were a croissant. That's how easy they are. And then he talks about too how his fans are looking for peace and they will find peace in him. Kind of like a dichotomy because, he's talking so much bravado, but there is a certain peace in being sure of yourself. And it is true, there is. When you're somebody that, you trust yourself and you're sure about what you do, where you step, you walk, you have peace inside you. There's no inner storm brewing inside of you because you're at peace with who you are and what you can and cannot do.
Delfines, sus fines no me definen, no tines si no lo vi.
I like the way he plays with delfines, no tines. So he's talking about here like dolphins, and then he talks about the fins of the dolphin. No fines, like don't point out and don't try to define me. Don't try to put me in a category if you don't know the story.
No opines, no subestimes este nombre.
And don't opine and don't underestimate this name. bars, man. And then he blows bars, fire, because that's what he is.
Es táctil, no habrá bandera blanca en este mástil. Sé que el rapper de actitud nazi y hostil es frágil. Mezclo mi...
Sorry, the white flag burning is because he said there's not going to be, you know, when he's talking about the other ones, the other rappers being infantile in their verses, he's like, I'm not going for that. You know, you're going to go out with me, I'm going to destroy you anyway, and you're not going to bring out the white flag. There's not going to be no surrendering. Either I beat you, or if you can, you beat me.
Mi mente con TNT sale algo así tan ágil como delfines, sus fines no me definen, no times si no lo vives, no.
He switches the flow when he says that, you know, that his brain, he mixes it up with TNT, and then you can see how he starts spitting. The flow switches right away, and he's doing those internal rhymes too. The whole last verse, delfines, delfines.
No subestimes este nombre, unas rimas sublimes, algo enorme, dime a cuánto torpe fulminé junto a su melodine, dejo que rimen.
So he's like you know, I'm the sublime one in this one, and I come out, and how many of them did I destroy with their melodines? That's a despective, you know, that's putting down someone's melody. They're like this little la 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 la. That's what he's trying to say with melodines.
Veo que se hinchan y se pinchan, son muchas dianas para mi flecha. Piensan en su hucha y no en la lucha, van sin antorcha, sin mecha. Les echan pronto porque pronto se han pasado de fecha. Soy hombre de palabra, no me hables de números, sus canciones secas.
Oh, that's a bar right there. I'm a man of words, don't talk to me about numbers. And in that way, he's talking about these rappers who are always talking about how they walk around with a bunch of money, a roll up of money in their pocket, you know. And I understand, you know, like Token would say, because I do Token a lot, and no, I don't do Token, I react to Token. He says, you know, oh yeah, like nobody has talked about poverty before when they're rapping, like they haven't done that before. You know, he's being sarcastic. Yo, you're right, but we don't have to be talking about money all the time either. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's a lot of things, especially in these times, especially when, you know, people are suffering. So, I don't know. Have some value, and you know why people talked about poverty before, because that's where rap came from. That's what rap is about. Rap was not about because they didn't have boats. See how I switch right away? I start thinking and my mind goes faster, so I stop. Let me go. But the point is that when the rappers came, the first one, they were not rapping about boats and women and gold and money and blah blah blah, because they didn't have those things, you know. Now the ones they still don't have it, they rap about that, and then they're calling bankrupt and saying, well, that was just a show. That was not for real. Then be real. Be real, be real.
Mis fraseos húmedos, sinceros, sin peros, sin tregua, sin pelos, la lengua que os lame. Mi mierda es tan seria como un derrame. Ven que les electrocuto y disfruto, no hay sustituto. Si esculpo 8 minutos de absoluto rap bruto, no me inmuto si no sueno en radios. Yo sueno en barrios, mis hombres le echan huevos, mis hembras le echan ovarios.
Love that. That's a bar right there. 2 bars right in a row, man. And I know that someone who reacts said they put it down. That's what they told me, that he put down this rap. Get out of here. You know, when you're sophisticated, the best bars and whatever. Well, get out of here. He right there says, you know, my women and my men, you know, they have like the men have testes, that's what he said, and my women have ovaries. Like the people that follow him are strong people. They don't back down. And hold on, because I forgot the first bar.
Es tan seria como un derrame, ven que les electrocuto y disfruto, no hay sustituto. Si esculpo 8 minutos de absoluto rap bruto, no me inmuto si no sueno en radios, yo sueno en...
Yeah, that's the one. I don't shake. I don't get bothered. Because they don't play me on the radio. I'm not bothered because they don't play me on the radio. They play me on the hood. They play me in the hood. That's why I like to be. That's where I came from. That's why I like to be heard. I don't need to be played on the radio. And then, you know, he was talking about how also, again, how he can spit very, you know, perfectly and destroy others, and you know, he just leaves them hanging. When they start rapping, you know, he comes after them. He just leaves them with their mouth open. They don't know what to do. Totally destroyed.
en barrios. Mis hombres le echan huevos, mis hembras le echan ovarios. Pero hay termitas que imitan, me irrita, buscan visitas y gritan y gritan, se excitan luego sin más.
This man is doing so many metaphors, man, so many analogies now. He's talking about termites, like other rappers, like people like this Mo. He says that they irritate him. Irrita, irritate, that's a cognate word because they're spelled almost the same. Cognate words are words in English or in Spanish that are spelled similarly, very close to it. Like maybe they might change in one letter, whatever, but they're close to a spelling and they have the same meaning. So imita, imitate, very close spelling. And he said another one, but I can't remember right now.
Echan huevos, mis hembras le echan ovarios. Pero hay termitas que imitan, me irrita, buscan visitas y gritan.
Irrita, irritate, yes, esa. Imitan, y irrita. Those are two cognate words.
Gritan y gritan, se excitan, luego sin más se marchitan. Mi música es dinamita, los decapita, les quita su ego. Luego es normal que dimitan, timones hieros y culo.
Oh man, and then he's going at it. Okay, so he's spitting now, but he's talking about how he takes away their dreams, he takes away their bars, he just takes away everything because they irritate him. They're like these little rappers coming after him. And also he mentioned in one of the bars before that sometimes he was spitting and he wasn't even targeting someone, but they get the target. And then he's like, I got so many arrows, but I can't be targeting everybody. You know, I'm spitting, and here you are taking it personal, like it's for you because it fit you, but I'm not talking about you. I wasn't rapping about you.
Veneno cuando me acelero, me cuelo en su juego, los hundo. Soy como el hielo, congelo su celo, sufren el dinero, los tumbo. Los encadeno, les lanzo un trueno sin freno, sueno y retumbo, así de rotundo. Quiero solo verdaderos guerreros salvando a mi mundo.
So he wants real warriors in his world, saving his world, you know, fighting for this world, the world that he sees. He wants real solid people. He's like, he destroyed them. He every bar that he said that was, and then repeating that with that like a dynamite, like doing the TNT. It's talking about destroying, obliterating someone that, you know, they come in and they got so weak and then they try with him, but you know, he just eats them up. And now comes Residente, and this is the part that Residente says, you know, hey, come on. He says, son of a gun, come on, diss me. You know, diss me. Do a rap dissing me. And this is the part that Grandson took and played it for his song Punchline. Like, oh, okay, Grandson is like, oh, okay, you're telling me to, you know, to diss you, not me. You know, you're telling someone to diss you, I'll diss you. And he even takes a bar from here that hopefully I'll catch it. I'll remember when it comes on. But the bar that Grandson flip it, because Grandson is good for doing that. He did a good job with Punchline. I like Punchline. He did a good job. He did an Eminem stuff. You know, like Eminem at the last time, B-Rabbit in 8 Mile, he flipped it on the guy, told everything about him. And use the other guy's words, like, you know, when the guy says, "I'm sorry, but I'm sad that I was the one that guy from Lieber to Bieber committed suicide." And then Eminem comes and says, "Oh, you were harsh with that Bieber." Well, and then, you know, he goes, that's the same thing the Grandson does, because in this one, Residente says, you know, those rappers who come after me, or those rappers who, you know, he's talking about the not even the one that come after him. He's talking about the IG rappers. He said those Instagram rappers, you know, that they have all these colorful clothes. You know, I'll leave my R stamp on their butt. And then the Grandson says, "Oh yeah, you know what? Don't worry. You can leave it on my penis. That way you can look at me while you're giving me oral sex." Bars, man. But, you know, I like both. You know, you can be a fan of both. You can be a fan of two people. I mean, whatever. I'm not in that beef, you know. And even Eminem, I don't get that hung up on people. I'll still listen to Eminem, and I still listen to MGK. So here he's saying a lot of jungle, but there's very few tigers. You know, and again, tigers is the word in Spanish means when a man calls another man a tiger, in Dominican Republic, and because there's a lot of Dominicans in Puerto Rico, Puerto Ricans are now saying that, and you hear them in the reggaeton, but that's a Dominican word, tigre. So they're using that word, that's what he refers. Tigre is like a person who's sharp, who who knows how to get around. He's a streetwise, he's common sense. He gets to where he wants to go, nothing stopping. He knows how to work the system. That's a tigre. And then he said, this is a big jungle, but there's a lot of people that think that they're sharp, and they're not. They're tigres, they're not. And then what was the other thing he said? He said something else that, a lot of powder, but he's talking about gunpowder. A lot of gunpowder, but no caliber. Like a lot of rappers, but with no substance.
Hijo de puta, tírame a mí.
Con Nach y Residente.
Mucha selva, poco tigre. Mucha pólvora, poco calibre. Hijo de puta, tírame a mí.
Con Nach y Residente.
Yo no tengo escuela. Sin que soplara el viento aprendí a navegar barcos de vela. Mi rima encima de una cumbia como quiera impacta. No sigo ninguna escuela porque soy autodidacta. Nunca seguí las reglas con pistas de rap genéricas. Con un cajón peruano escribí Latinoamérica.
So I think that Nak must have given him his version, what he wrote. Because kind of like Residente is playing on what Nak said. The Nak said that he had a sample box so he could do his beat and rap, and this guy is saying that he did Latinoamerica on a Peruvian box too. So I don't know what a Peruvian box is like, but I don't know. He said, my papa, he did it. So he's saying that, but right now he just said that he doesn't come from any school. He doesn't have any school, which again is kind of ironic because he always talks about school. But you have to understand, he's not talking about the building and where they teach you. He's talking about the knowledge and the followers. So he's like, I got no school, I follow no one, but I mean, he does have followers, so I don't know what he means by that, but he's like, I don't have any school, I don't follow anyone, I got no guide, I had no teacher, and my rhyme, is like, it's a bomb, it hits the target, even if I spit on cumbia. And that's true. Not many people can say that, because that's true. I mean, you could be great at analyzing rap or lyrics or poetry or whatever. That's something that they say, the teacher teach and the doers do. So if some people just have it. I mean, come on, R. Kelly. I know people don't like talking about R. Kelly, but R. Kelly has talent, and he doesn't know even how to write or spell. He's illiterate, as far as I mean, I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard, that's what I saw in in that series. Didn't they say he was illiterate? And yet he could write the most beautiful songs. Come on, talent is talent.
Mi rap no sigue órdenes de ningún sargento, hijo de puta. Yo creé mi propio movimiento que narra y sin garras te desgarran. No crecí escuchando a Tupac, crecí con...
I love that play of words. Sin narra que garra y te desgarra. Narration that grabs you and destroy you. In Spanish, it rhymes. But the arra, I love that.
Con un cajón peruano escribí Latinoamérica. Mi rap no sigue órdenes de ningún sargento, hijo de puta. Yo creé mi propio movimiento que narra y sin garras te desgarran. No crecí escuchando a Tupac, crecí con Violeta Parra.
Hey. Oh, but what do you mean? Yeah, but because we're older. Of course we're not going to grow up listening to Tupac. What are you talking about? Tupac is our age. Or closer to our age. Well, I'm older than him, way older than Residente. I shouldn't say that, but yet Tupac, Tupac is my age probably, if he was alive. If he was alive, he would be in his 50s, I believe. I don't think that, he's 40-something, 41, 42. So no, you can't grow up listening to someone who is close to you, unless it's a menudo, unless it's somebody who came out with when they were teenagers. We did grow up listening to the Jackson 5 y Violeta Parra. I agree with that. So that's what he's saying, is that he grew up listening to real poetry. That's what he's trying to say.
Y cuando deletreo los educo sin pizarra, con solo 2 barras la roqueo sin guitarra, no creo en dioses del...
Con solo 2 barras la roqueo sin guitarra. Oh, that's bars right there. You know, he's like, when I spit, you know, even without a guitar, I still rock it. And only with 2 bars. Estoy de acuerdo. Yo lo quiero mucho. I love Residente. I'm sorry. He's always, and then wait till I do the other ones now. Vamos Animal. I love Vamos Animal. Vamos Animal, that's one of my favorite ones.
Rap, mucho menos en Reyes. Yo soy la fucking gravedad desafiando las leyes. Yo soy el orden, pero cuando se desarregla, todas mis líneas son curvas. Siempre rompo las reglas, acostado bajo la sombra.
Okay, so he's playing here with concepts, you know, he's the order. He's order. But when things break down, he becomes disorder and he never follows the rule. Yet he's order. And then he was also, what was he saying before? Hold on.
De ningún sargento, hijo de puta.
Oh yeah, he doesn't follow any sergeant when it comes to rap. So that means that he doesn't follow the other ones. Like, oh, you gotta do it like Tupac, or you gotta do it like Jay-Z, or you should do it like Eminem. No, he's like, no, I'm my own man. I do it my way.
Yo creé mi propio movimiento que narra y sin garras te desgarras. No crecí escuchando a Tupac, crecí con Violeta Parra. Y cuando deletreo los educo sin pizarra con solo
Oh yeah, when I spell and deletreo, that means spell. He's talking about bars when he's writing. You know, I educate them without a blackboard. Don't need to be visual, because that's what he means, you know. Listen to the concept, because if you make it simple, like, oh, this is rhyming with this, but listen to the concept that he's trying to get to, the concept that he has. Like, look, I am so good at this that I can educate you, and you know, and if you're a visual learner, you don't even need to see it, because with my words, you will see it. My words are imagery. My words are vivid. Son vívidos. No, I don't know if that vividos. No, I don't think so. Vivid, but you know what I'm saying. ¿Cómo que se llama eso? Vivido. I don't know. They're alive. His words are alive.
Barras la roqueo sin guitarra. No creo en dioses del rap, mucho menos en reyes. Yo soy la fucking gravedad desafiando las leyes.
I don't believe in rap and gods of rap. I don't believe in queens of rap. You know, I am the gravity. And I challenge that. I challenge gravity. I'm the gravity that challenges. The challenge the suspension. I'm staying here above.
Yo soy el orden, pero cuando se desarregla, todas mis líneas son curvas. Siempre rompo las reglas, acostado bajo la sombra de una palma, relajado, compitiendo contra mí mismo porque no tengo a nadie al lado. Me gusta abusar de los raperos fresas. Les dejo la R en las nalgas impresas antes de bajarme.
That's the one that punchline, grandson spinned it around. Flip it back at him too. I wonder what Residente would say now that he said that, you know, like he flip it out. Would Residente take that penis bar and just take it back to grandson, huh?
Esta cerveza fácilmente los torturo. Solo les quito el Instagram y vuelven a ser inseguros. Tu moda no creo que dure. Las quinceañeras que te siguen hoy ya no te seguirán cuando maduren. Muchas selfies.
Okay, so he's talking about here, and this is where I think that grandsons mentioned. In one of the songs that he has, he says, ¿Cómo se siente? Like, how do you feel now that you rap with Bad Bunny after you were talking smack about him? And I think this is the part. Because he's talking about rappers on IG, and yeah, you know, I mean, because come on, I think Bad Bunny is a Generation Z. I mean, he grew up on this stuff, so yeah, he's gonna use IG, and he uses colorful clothes too, colorful outfit, and you know, he says, you know, they're always taking pictures. If I take the Instagram, they're nothing. That's what Residente is saying.
Y vuelven a ser inseguros. Tu moda no creo que dure. Las quinceañeras que te siguen
Oh
hoy.
yeah, your style, I don't think it's gonna last. Those 15-year-olds that are following you now, they will stop following you once they mature.
Ya Esa noche seguirán cuando maduren. Muchas selfies, poco contenido. Se tardan más en el vestuario que haciendo prueba de sonido. Sus conciertos son...
You see what he's saying? A lot of selfie, and they last more, you know, like decoration and how they look, and instead of, you know, spending time on the content of what they're writing.
Iguales, pocas rimas, poca banda.
Very few bars, very few rhymes, you know, very few music, I guess, when he says banda.
Muchos fuegos artificiales, no se me
A lot of fireworks too, and yes, Bad Bunny does all those things.
escapan cuando escribo. Son fáciles de identificar porque se visten con colores llamativos.
And they're easy to identify because they dress colorfully. Brilliant colors. They dress with brilliant colors. And yes, Bad Bunny does that too. Did Bad Bunny pick up on that? Did they talk about it? Or did Bad Bunny was like, I don't care, I didn't even pay attention to that.
A estos raperitos nunca les he visto la cara. Siempre los veo de espalda cuando los pongo en cuatro y les subo.
Oh, Evie Queen. And you know what? After a while was that I noticed that Evie Queen was on this video. I didn't know that she was on them. So he's talking about how he just put them, the young rappers that do those IG and, you know, very, very little content and very little bars. He puts them in 4. You get the rest.
La falda y me los follo por los dos hoyos. Sin apoyo los arroyo al estilo criollo. Los convierto en caldo de pollo. La
He's saying like he's gonna make a chicken, a Creole chicken soup. But when he mean Creole, he's talking about Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, you know, the Caribbean.
policía me busca por acoso sexual y por perverso. Porque como KCO soy un violador del verso y hago leo por...
He said that the cops are looking for him because like KCO, he's a rapist of the verses. So the cops are looking for him because he rapes the verse. He rapes bars.
Que con las dos piernas pateo en el
Oh,
freestyle.
and this is what got this guy so upset, that he was like, you know, having a t-shirt of Cancerbero. And he said, you never followed Cancerbero. When Cancerbero was alive, you never mentioned him. Why are you mentioning him now that he's passed? You know, and that, you know, I don't know if he became more famous or what, but because he was always famous underground, Cancerbero, but Grandson didn't like that he used that picture.
Sin apoyo los arroyo al estilo criollo, los convierto en caldo de pollo. La policía me busca por acoso sexual y por perverso. Porque como KCO soy un violador del verso y hago leo. Porque con las dos piernas pateo en el freestyleo. Desde el tiro libre la donqueo y...
Then he said, and del freestyleo. So that's another thing that Grandson says. Grandson says you don't do freestyle. And I have to agree with Grandson in that one. I don't know Residente, I'm not saying I know Rene, maybe he does it backdoor, but Grandson said you're not an MC and you never freestyle. And when it comes to MC, his brother was the one that produced the music and did the beat and did all that. And I don't know, Rene just composed. So Grandson there's something true about that. And I don't think he freestyled. One time somebody challenged him, I remember there was a video, and all he did was repeat the same bars that he had already written about another song. And I think it was in Vamos Animal, that's why I remember, but I might be wrong, I don't remember the song. The point is that I have not seen him spit freely. I have never seen Residente freestyle. I think he has to sit down, because some people can do it and some people just have to sit down and look at the lyrics. And if he is autistic like he said he was, they're very visual.
Sin rodeo cuando me cabreo con mi palabreo pongo a hablar en árabe hasta los hebreos. A veces le meto tan rápido que el alfabeto no lo veo. A los del maleanteo los abofeteo como novela de abuela sin empleo. Mi lengua se tira acrobacia nunca antes vista de malabarista. Todo un artista y como Michael Jackson hacer moonwalking por la pista. No hay quien resista el residente. Cuando lo baja caliente los pongo de rodillas literalmente. Como a los creyentes en el Medio Oriente. Arrodíllate y reza. Soy un talibán rimando corto cabeza con mi destreza. Les quito el corazón con la boca y lo pongo en la mesa.
Well, talking smack here, you know what I mean? This is going to be a very long video, so I cannot be translating everything. But one thing I can tell you is that he said, my verses are like the Taliban. They just chop the head off.
encima de pan de hamburguesa con mayonesa, salsa japonesa y un poco de jugo de fresa, me lo fresa.
Okay, now this here is where grandson might say that this is dumb, you know, because it is a dumb rhyme. But you can't score in every bar that you go to. Not every bar can be perfect. And here he's talking about how he will eat them with, you know, he would take out the heart, put it on a bread, then put a mayonnaise and Japanese sauce. I guess miso. No, not miso. I can't. What's the black one? Whatever that one. I guess that's what he's talking about. And then that's how he eats them. He chops them off. The new rappers, the young, those like Bad Bunny, like that.
Desayuno, mi lengua nunca se tropieza. Cuando se expresa, los atraviesa con naturaleza. Mi sopa de letras empieza a abrir la represa. Que llegó la pieza que falta en el rompecabezas.
So he's saying, yeah, when my tongue is spitting, it doesn't bump into anything. And when my bars, I just murder them and put it back in their place, back again, push them back.
Mucha selva, poco tigre, mucha pólvora, poco calibre. Hijo de puta, tírame a mí.
I'm gonna leave it here because this is a very long video and it shouldn't have been, because the video is 8 minutes long. But if you got to the end of this video, please give it a like, subscribe, share, and leave a nice comment if you have one. If you don't, then don't leave anything. Take care. Bye.